Shirt up, 'cause I think I'm finna put on me some boxing gloves.
Hello, I need to play my theme song. Here we go. But I want to welcome everybody to my channel, The Candy Shop. I am so excited. The Candy Shop. So this is my story time, The Candy Shop. Hello and welcome to The Candy Shop. I am Candace and this is The Candy Shop channel. Hi, Queen of Cheesecake. I hope you are doing well. I was watching the last few minutes of Love and Marriage Huntsville again. I'm just so confused about it, and we'll get into it. But that's what this live is going to be about today. So, Love and Marriage Huntsville. I know a lot of people watch it. I want to talk about this past episode. I haven't watched any reviews on it, which is great because sometimes when I watch other people's reviews, it kind of taints my opinion on the show. So I'm glad I didn't catch any this time. But how are y'all doing out there? How are you, Queen of Cheesecake? The Queen of Cheesecake. How are you, Tina? So we can jump right into it. So first I want to talk about Melody's Taco Tuesday party, which was interesting. So Melody throughout this party seemed very snippy with Destiny. You the only person that starts on time. I know I start on time. I'm just very punctual. So I may wait one day, but I just be so anxious to get started because when my house is quiet, I never know when the kids will come through making some noise. So I take advantage of the quiet time in here. And I'm glad you're doing fine. So going back to Love and Marriage Huntsville, Melody is being very snippy with Destiny, and I don't know why. Melody, I just don't get it. So Destiny talks about how Tiffany, she's talking directly to Tiffany, how Tiffany brought this cold tea, allegedly running into her with her husband and it not really being Destiny. And then that whole situation is so confusing. But initially, Tiffany brought this up when she met Destiny at Destiny's birthday party, which was to me in poor taste. I don't understand why you would bring something like that up at a celebration for me, though she may not know that we're not married. Even if we were married, why would you still bring that up? That's just so, to me, it's tacky. So I do think it was cold tea. I think she was trying to solidify her spot on the show. And I'm talking about Tiffany. I think Tiffany was definitely trying to solidify her spot on the show because the first event you go to with everybody, you come just dropping all craziness about people, especially people you don't know. So I don't care for this Tiffany character. I have no sympathy for her. I'll talk about her a little bit later and how Maurice confronted her. Yeah, she definitely just wanted to be messy. And I understand this is reality TV and it's supposed to be messy with Carlos King, but it was too messy for my taste. It comes off very scripted and very like thirsty. She's trying very hard and I'm not feeling Tiffany at all. And then and let me slow down. I feel like I'm just running off at the mouth. Then Tiffany is supposed to be an acquaintance of Melody. Melody claims she's known Tiffany for a while, but when I saw some of the commentary off of the show, and this is coming from people on the show like Melody on their Instagram pages, she's explaining how Tiffany was an acquaintance, but she didn't know her like that. She didn't know that she would bring the stuff that she brought. So that was interesting to me. So tell me what y'all think about Tiffany. I think we talked about this last week, but I want to know. But this brings us to Mel's game, this game that seemed it was shady in itself. So the first question of the game is, have you been a side chick? And I'm like, damn. So here we go again, dropping more tea. Destiny says she never has, but she's guilty at the same time. And so apparently Destiny was in a relationship with somebody that she didn't know was married. And so that's why she's saying she's guilty, but she never was, because to her, she didn't know she was a side chick. So I can see that. Kimmy started to say that she was a side chick, but Tisha looked at her crazy like, oh, so you were a side chick? So I want to know what that's about. I want to know why Tisha is so triggered. because according to her, her husband has never cheated on her. So I don't know why she would be so triggered by Kimmy admitting that she was a side chick. So that was interesting in there. I didn't like the look that Tisha gave Kimmy. Um, they also talked about oral sex. Yes. They also talked about oral sex on the show, and how often they do it. Now, this surprised me. Melody said towards the end of the latter part of her marriage, the end of her marriage, she was doing it every other day. So please, can somebody make this make sense for me? If you know that your husband has another woman, you know that he's basically community peen. Why are you giving him head every other day? Or excuse me, why are you pleasuring him every day or every other day? It doesn't make sense to me. I don't. It's like, if had I known that, I would have did the opposite. I would not be giving my husband community peen every other day if I knew he had a cheated. I can't even talk. If I knew he had a relationship with somebody else, because at the latter part of the relationship, she knew that he had been with this woman for 5 years. But then again, Melody ended up getting pregnant by him, even though she knew that he was messing with this woman. So it is what it is, but it's a definitely a hot mess to me. Kimmy, I was surprised by her answer. She doesn't do it that often. Kimmy does come off very sexual, but they always say you cannot judge a book by its cover. So Kimmy, that was interesting. Another thing that was funny to me was when they talked about the whole threesome thing, and Destiny thought Kimmy and her husband wanted her. I don't know why Destiny think everybody wanted her. Granted, Destiny is a beautiful woman, but I'm not understanding why she thinks everybody wants her. So that was funny to me. And then after that, Melody mentioned a comment about boundaries. Her and Destiny go back and forth. Melody cuts off Destiny when Destiny is trying to agree with her, and basically Destiny just ends up leaving. And that would have been me. Melody is still kind of, I guess, upset that she didn't know that Destiny was going through her divorce. She had to find out a month after they were officially divorced that Destiny had went through that. So Destiny leaves. That she exited stage left, which is what I would have did, because I don't do foolishness. I would have probably been gone once Tiffany tried to play it like she didn't know what she was doing with all the mess she brought. And then Melody was just being real mean towards Destiny. I don't get it. You're supposed to run if that peen is everywhere. Exactly. You are definitely supposed to run. And then I don't understand the dynamic of Melody and Destiny's friendship. So from my understanding, Destiny and Martell went to school together, and she met Melody through Martell. I never knew that her and Melody were supposed to be these best friends. I just thought they were friends. I thought, if anything, Martell was more friends with Destiny than Melody was. So maybe I'm wrong, but I was confused. So that's the end of the taco party. Destiny did the right thing by leaving, because it wouldn't have been me. Fast forward, we get to Scott Manor, which these things are so boring to me. I don't understand why we have to find out about Scott Manor. And I'm sorry to be negative today, but it's a lot of the stuff on this show, it seems like filler episodes, because the Scott Manor I don't care about. And clearly nobody else but Tisha and Marceau care about it either. Nobody else cares about it. So I don't see why we have to see these scenes. But one good thing that I did like about it, Tisha mentioned that Melody brought up that Martell or Marceau, all these M names, Marceau was in Texas, hugged up with another woman in the club. Melody allegedly had receipts. These receipts ended up being not receipts, but we don't know. I want us to be the judge of the receipts. Like, I wish somebody would have posted it, because I would have loved to see what these receipts were, because there was a video of him allegedly with the woman, but Tisha said it wasn't nothing. But Tisha could be saying that because she don't want to be embarrassed. So I wish we could have been the judge of that. So fast forward in my child's TV. I'm sorry if you hear my baby's TV. But fast forward, Destiny and Melody meet, and Melody brings a watermelon for, I guess, their friendship. The conversation that they had, this conversation actually should have been had prior to the taco party. Melody should have definitely pulled Destiny aside way before they had to come to this point. So I'm glad they decided to have this conversation. They talk about the Tiffany situation. Again, I still feel like Tiffany is an acquaintance of Melanie. I don't think Melanie knows her that well, but Melanie is trying to say on the show that she knows her that well. One thing that was funny to me, when Destiny was talking, Melody, I guess, wasn't paying attention, and Destiny was like, open your eyes when I'm talking to you. Now, Destiny, I'm on the side, but you cannot talk to people like that, because if you're trying to talk to me and tell me how you feel, though I might close my eyes, I'm listening, but don't talk to me like I'm a child. And I know she felt like Melody was talking to her like a child as well, but no, you're not going to tell me to open my eyes when you're talking to me. I'm not none of your kids. And then Destiny also said that Melody was treating her like she was Milani and all the rest of Melody kids. Anyways, Melody plays the Karen role. She says Destiny is getting too aggressive. I hate when people say that. Anytime you're trying to prove, when you're trying to talk, and let me actually put up my love and marriage banner. Anytime when you're trying to have a discussion with somebody and you voice your opinion on something, I hate when people say, if I'm passionate about how I feel, I'm not being aggressive. I'm passionate about my opinion and I want to be heard. If you're cutting me off, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to respond in kind. I'm going to cut you off. So we both going to be cutting each other off. That don't mean I'm getting aggressive. So I hate when people say that. Melody then laughs while she's talking to Destiny. Melody was real childish, and initially I liked Melody. I am team Melody, but this episode showed me the side of her that a lot of people see. It's a lot of people out there that do not like Melody. And in this particular scene, I didn't like her. I didn't like the way she was responding to Destiny. She made it just seemed like it was a joke. She really wasn't hearing her out. She didn't want to. She was very condescending in how she responded. And I just didn't like it. And then they cut up this watermelon and they're supposed to be best friends after that. The whole scene was fake. Their friendship seemed fake in that point. And like I said, I never knew that they were these close friends. I just knew that they were two women that knew each other because of Martell. So that was interesting. Yes, Melody was definitely a little sassy. And she was like defensive, because to me, she knew she was in the wrong. That's why she was so sassy. So after this scene, we get to the Scott Boys party. They're celebrating the young men that have graduated from, I guess, 8th grade, and they're transitioning to high school, I think. All of them are around the same age. They give these speeches, and it's a nice thing. I do like the fact that with this Black family, they value education, they value business and entrepreneurship, and they're trying to get their children on the right path. So it's really good. I commend them on that. This is the part of the show that I do like. But let's get to the nitty gritty, the drama. So Miss Wanda, she gets out the car, starting mess. She is telling Marcel to get this convertible so her and Tisha can't be riding around Huntsville, I guess, raising terror everywhere they go, terrorizing them streets. That's what they plan to do. Martell shows up and he hugs Melanie, and Melanie is like, oh, he loves hugging on me. So we all know, we can see that with their chemistry, I think they're always going to have chemistry. They've been together 14 years. I believe it was 14 years. So they're always going to probably have some love for each other, but they do not, to me, there are two people that do not need to get back together. This man is a cheater, and Melody is a woman that, to me, she's about her business. She needs somebody that's going to be there for her and that she can truly grow and build with, versus somebody that is, now we see Melody was building while Martell was playing, and Melody needs somebody that's going to build with her. So Maurice and Kimmy, they confront Tiffany and her husband Lewis about the vaping situation and all of that was said. Tiffany cries, which I didn't have any sympathy for her, because I don't understand why, one, you will bring up somebody's child vaping on national TV. Two, you bring it up in a group of women that you don't know. Three, you don't even know Kimmy, and the first thing that you say to her is, oh, your son was vaping in the bathroom. So I thought Tiffany was definitely in the wrong. I didn't feel anything about her tears. I think she is too old to not know the implications something like that can do to a young man's reputation. So that was just not a good look. Um, Melody tries to console her, pulls her in the bathroom, and she tries to say that Marcel or Maurice was wrong for not telling. Yes, Maria K. Hey, weaponizing her tears. Exactly. But Melody tries to say Maurice was wrong for not telling Kimmy. Yes, he may have been wrong, but that for Melody, that has nothing to do with you, ma'am. You need to get your friend that you say you know that's up here running around terrorizing these Huntsville streets because that's what it seems like she's doing. And her tears, she could save that. Like she wasn't crying when she brought the information. So, no, it was not done. She wasn't doing it with love. She was trying to say she felt like they could bond over co-parenting. If you feel that way and you want to bring me something like that, pull me to the side if you truly do care about what's going on with our children. Pull me to the side and I don't know. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But she was wrong. Going back to Miss Wanda, Miss Wanda had me confused. She did not like that Marceau gave Melody some of their wine to taste. So I didn't understand why she was upset about that. She felt like Tisha should be the one giving Melody the wine, but it's both their company. I didn't see anything malicious about what he did. I don't, unless they have the insecurities in their marriage. Like I just don't know. I wouldn't care if my husband gave one of my friends a bottle of wine to taste. Like maybe they ran into each other that day. I don't know. So I don't know why Miss Wanda was trying to make that drama. Melody walked away, which was good because that, like I said, I'm one of those that walk away. I don't have time for foolishness. I would have walked away like, bye. Yeah. See you later. Sadark shows up with his extra self. I like Sadark, even though he doesn't have a big part of the show. He's always hilarious to me, so I like him. What else? Melody defended Martell on this episode. So she told the men not to make a joke out of him, and Martell is just cheesing, which I thought was funny. I think Melody is just in the habit of always showing or trying to be a united front, even though they're not married anymore. Maybe she falls in the habit of doing that, but that I thought that was funny. But the men was like, oh, she taking up for him. That's Melody. Marcella was talking about she got divorced. That was like something, she just took it too far. She was trying to teach him a lesson or whatever. No, Martell and Melody do not need to be together. This man has brought another baby into their relationship. He's had numerous affairs on her. So I just don't understand why Melody would need to stay with her. So Miss Wanda continues on. It's like Miss Wanda was really terrorizing them. She was talking about how she can tell that they're both in love, which granted, like I said before, they've been together 14 years. So of course you're going to see the love between them, but that don't mean we need to be together. Hell, we got kids, we can co-parent, but we do not need to be together. Melody's like, you marry him or you get with him. And she was like, well, I got two husbands, whatever. The funny thing to me, Melody mentions coleslaw Miss Wanda mentions coleslaw. And Melody was like, well, you follow her. Tell me about it. You follow her. You like her pictures. And Martell tries to cut the conversation and leave. Then Melody was like, so you didn't have a side? You didn't have a side in this situation? So I find it very interesting that Miss Wanda is following coleslaw on IG and she's liking her pictures, but yet in Melody face telling Melody that she needs to love and be nice to Martell. So please, can somebody make that make sense for me? Because I don't get that. Oh, and she then, Miss Wanda also then tried to say how all men are dogs and that Melody just needs to put up with it. It sounds like she wanted to get them back together. Martell admitted that he would always love Melody. And I think, to me, now he could say he will always love her, but we all know if you have children with a man, a lot of times that man is going to always have love for you because you are the mother of his children. I don't think his love is genuine. I don't think he's in love with Mel. If he was, he wouldn't have did all of those things to her and cheated on her if he was so in love with her. So I think they are beating a dead horse by trying to get them back together. Now, this is the part that gets confusing to me. So the guys talk, and I was so confused at this part. So they asked him if he still loved Melody, which he said he always would. Then I don't know if they asked him, did he get a DNA test for the new baby? And then they asked him, I guess they were asking him if he loves coleslaw or if this is a hot boy summer. So please somebody help me with this part, because these last few scenes, like I literally watched it 3 times and I was confused, like what is going on? What are they talking about? So Marceau says that Martell should not have gotten the DNA test if he loves coleslaw. I guess that's what they were saying. I was confused. So anybody can help me out with that. That's all that I've talked about this. They are just one sad group of people. Yes, I like Huntsville is a mess. The show was good. Last season, when Melanie and Martell were going through their divorce, these were some of the best episodes because we were seeing another side of them. It was like real raw feelings. Now it seems like real scripted. I don't know if y'all seen, there's like pictures of Melody's like album release party and Martell is there. Her and Martell and some other women are in the photo together. Like, so it's so weird. And then you got Coleslaw on Instagram making posts because she mad about what's going on, because allegedly now Martell has been linked to 2 women. One of those women was on Jocelyn's Cabaret allegedly, and then the other one was brought up in a Facebook group, and she had the receipts, all the messages between her and Martell. He ended that situation with that woman allegedly because he got back with Coleslaw. So as of right now, him and Coleslaw are supposed to be dating. So I just wonder what she thinks of everything that's transpiring on camera, from Melody defending him, saying that Martell is not a joke, from him saying he's going to always love her, from Miss Wanda trying to get them back together, which Martell kind of like that Miss Wanda was saying that, but I think Martell just want to be together for them kids. I don't think he loves Melody. But I just wonder, excuse me, what Coleslaw thinks of all this, because it's messy. It's very, very messy. The show is my guilty pleasure, but it's on some bull right now. I think next week it is supposed to be good because it's said to be continued. So maybe we'll get more clarity on what the men are talking about, because like I said, I was confused. I didn't know what the hell they were talking about. They were talking so fast and all over the place. I was lost. And then I didn't understand why Miss Wanda was in Melody's face, because that would have irritated me. So that's all I have on this episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. We can talk about some other hot topics. I didn't plan to be on here long because I need to get up early for work tomorrow. I will be back tomorrow to talk about some hot topics. But basically what's going on, I know yesterday I covered Real Housewives of Potomac. I only watched those 2 shows. I haven't been caught up on Big Brother yet. I've been watching some of the other content creators. There's been some good content out here. I definitely love Busy Blue and So Debonair, and I like Busy Blue and Jolene as well. So I've been watching them. I've been watching House of Princess. I've been watching Sinitra. So shouting out all the content creators I follow. And I even watched Don't Tell Me, Tell the People Sunny. I watched a little bit of her yesterday. So yeah. It's been good, peaceful in these YouTube streets. I haven't seen any beef, at least not from the content creators that I watch. So that's always a good thing. It's some good content going on out there. What are some things? Yeah, what are some things that? Yep, I knew, Tina, you too. What are some things that y'all would want to talk about? I know I do these shows. I do talk about women's issues. As of right now, I have seen the story about the young Black girl that's with her adoptive Black family, and people think that she's a slave for this family, allegedly. So that's really sad. I hope that they're able to help this young lady if she is in distress, because from the video that I saw, she did look like she was in distress. So that's a situation that's going on. It's an unfortunate situation. It definitely needs to be looked into. It was very disturbing to see the video that was posted. So I hope it does get more attention. And I hope people do investigate what's going on, because it didn't look right. So that's something that's going on. What else is going on in these streets? Nosy Ho been all over it. Yeah, shout out to Nosy Ho Live. She's this is one of her Nosy Ho investigations, which I've been watching that as well. So I think she's doing a good thing, but trying to solve what's going on with this young lady. I like the fact that she's trying to help this young Black woman or young Black girl, which is good. So shout out to her for using her platform to help her. But what else? I don't want to talk too. That story makes me sad, so I don't want to talk too much about it. But what else has been going on? We got the shows. What's some shows that y'all are watching? What else? I haven't heard much more about hey Michelle. I haven't heard much more about Nicki Minaj and that situation. The last I heard was she wasn't wearing her ring, so that's funny. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, I have not watched, but I know people are doing reviews on that. It's just a little too, I don't know, I'm not gonna say it's too ratchet. It's gotten too scripted for me. It just looks fake. So that's why I don't watch that. And it could be real, but it just looks too put together, and I'm not feeling it. So tell me what y'all think. Michelle, we just talked about Love and Marriage Huntsville. It was quick. I went through my notes so quickly. I would take my notes on my shows. But we were talking about Martell. I don't like Tiffany. She's one of the ones I don't like. I don't have any sympathy for. I like her husband. Her husband is very classy because he apologized to Maurice for talking about their child. But I don't like Miss Tiffany. She just leaves a bad taste in your mouth. And first impressions are lasting. When you have that type of first impression, what do you think is going to come from that? People are always going to look at you as the messy person that brought the cold tea. They're not going to see this other side of you now because you brought some mess to a situation that you didn't even have to. She didn't even know these people. So yeah, I don't care for Tiffany. Melody, I meant to say this earlier. Her conversation with Destiny when they were trying to settle their friendship did not seem genuine. Melody herself comes off like she's just a little full of herself. And I'm usually team Melody, but she's coming off a little bit full of herself and she's not as genuine as she was in prior seasons. And I don't know if I'm feeling this new male. Now, I did like when she was talking to Miss Wanda. I like the fact that she got Miss Wanda together. But overall, I'm not feeling Melody. I don't like the way she's treating Destiny. Destiny is very real in how she responds, and she seems genuine. And she's going through her situation. And with Destiny, I know Melody was upset about not knowing, but I just feel like contractually, Destiny, I mean, was it in her contract to really talk about this divorce and talk about her marriage like that? Because they allowed her to be on the show last season without LeBaric. I think that's his name, without her husband. So if it wasn't in the contract for her to talk about it, then I don't know. Michelle says, I am advocating for a few causes, DV, breast cancer awareness, and S prevention and awareness, mental health, wellness. These are very important in our community. Yes, these are very important, especially mental health wellness. That is something that for some reason in our community, a lot of people go untreated because for many, many years, they wanted you to pray away all of this stuff, not talk to doctors. And we definitely need to bring awareness to it. So thank you for that. What else? We have a few more minutes. I'll go on for a little bit. So I will say this: if things go well, because I know people say move in silence, but I'm one of those people. When I get excited about something, I have to tell it, but I'm not going to tell it. But soon I may be collaborating with someone, and I think it's going to be a really good thing. So hopefully it goes well. I've talked to the person today, and we hit it off. I think y'all will like it. Y'all will definitely like it. And yes, thank you, the Queen of Cheesecake. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notifications to all of the latest updates and lives. Yes, I feel like I have some good content out there. Well, at least I do. And be sure to check out my interview with Abe from that show, The Encore. I think that was a really good interview. I might chop it up and repost it again, some certain parts where he talked about the show. Like I really enjoyed talking with him. Your makeup is flawless. Thank you. Thank you. I try. I learn from YouTube. so so I tried growing up. My mom didn't wear, she never wore makeup. She was always like, yeah, she has natural beauty or whatever. And so I did not learn how to do makeup until I was an adult. And so thank you for that. I learned from YouTube. But I have a collaboration coming soon. Hopefully, it'll be premiering next Wednesday, and I think you guys are going to like it. It's going to be a weekly show, and I think it's going to be good. This person, we vibe well together. A lot of people usually off top don't like me, which is funny to me. I think they expect me to be a certain way, but I am one of the most just down to earth, laid back, shooting the shit type of people. So I like to have a good time and drink my liquor. I'm not gonna say, I don't want to jinx it. I'm not gonna say, but it's somebody that we all follow. I don't want to say the Queen of Cheesecake, but it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. And so we're going to be talking about definitely hot topics. It's fun. It's fun. I'm not going to say because I don't want to jinx it. I'm going to move in silence this time. So yes, and I love y'all, my sugar babies, the Queen of Cheesecake, Michelle Jenkins, all of my faithful subscribers that watch. Even though my videos don't get a lot of views at times, I do get viewed a lot by my subscribers, and I love it because you guys keep me going. You like my videos. You like my craziness and my little opinions, and so I love it. Let me drop the link. I forgot to do that. If anybody wants to come up and shoot the breeze, I'm not gonna cuss, shoot the breeze for a few minutes, definitely come on. I would love to chop it up. We got some time here. My husband has taken my kids out house. He said, I guess I'm going to sit here and guess. Yes, you will have to guess. And even if you guess right, I'm still not gonna say because I want everything to go right. We have solidified it, but because we are starting next week, anything can happen. So I just want to wait until we actually premiere to go forward with talking about it because this person is one of my favorite content creators. So yeah, so anybody that wants to come and say a few things, chop it up with your girl. Talk about some of these shows, talk about the Holtz, Love and Marriage. What else did we talk about yesterday? Real Housewives of Potomac, how Wendy dragged the hell out of Giselle. I loved it. I was here for it. Last season, I did not like Wendy at all. I like this new Zen Win. We're getting to see another side of her, and we're getting to see her grow as a one of the ladies on the show. So I know they're talking about she changed and all this other stuff. I think we're just seeing another side of Wendy. We got to see professional CNN Wendy last season. Now we're seeing the real Wendy, the Wendy that enjoys her looks and has businesses and her family and her man. So I'm all for it. I don't feel like she's as imposing as she was last season. So it's refreshing. And I cannot stand, I think Giselle and Ramen are jealous. And not to make it about color, but I don't like the green-eyed sisters, the light-skinned alliance. I don't like any of that. That's what they seem like. We got to get more people to watch and subscribe to you. Yes. Please subscribe. And that's why I'm going to be pushing our content. A lot of times, if I don't go on, I've had a long day at work. I have a 9 to 5, and now I have to go back to the office. I am a senior level manager, or I'm sorry, I am, what do they call it? A mid-level manager, not senior level, because there's still a manager above me. But I'm a mid-level manager. I have a team, and I manage people during the day, and it's at times a lot of stress at work. Today was a good day. I have been going through a lot of stress at work, and I never talked about it on YouTube, but it was a situation where someone was trying to retaliate against me, and I was vindicated today. And you know, if any of you have been managers, you know it's very hard to manage personalities and people, because they just, people gonna do what they want to do. So I am very thankful to have my job, but it is at times stressful. So if I don't go on, it's because I done had me some Candace juice and I went to sleep to clear my head. Michelle said, I watched it the first season. Now y'all got me watching it again. Yeah, they are bringing the heat. Real Housewives of Atlanta dropped the ball this season. They sure did. I was doing reviews a few months ago when the show was on. I was actually doing reviews on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I stopped because I just didn't like it. And like these girls, they was upset because I was talking so negatively about the show, but the show was trash. I had been watching Real Housewives of Atlanta since season 1. Nene was my favorite. And this season was trash. It was complete trash. I didn't even watch all the reunion episodes because I couldn't get over the way Candy looked. This is why I work for myself. Yes. Bravo. Bravo, the Queen of Cheesecake. Yes, that's what I'm trying to do. I do have the LLC for my business. My LLC is Welcome to the Candy Shop, but I just got it. So I definitely plan to be just like you very soon. So I'm working on some things. Let's make sure we support the Queen of Cheesecake and her business as well. Because this with this panini that's going on, I'm not gonna say the real word. With this panini, it opened my eyes to a lot of things. It made me reevaluate my life. At one time, I didn't mind working for somebody. I have a college degree, and so it's in business, and I plan to work for somebody. I knew I would be working in a company and working corporate, but being in that world now for the past 15 years, it's not worth it. Like, I want to work for myself. I agree. You couldn't watch it. Yes. Yeah. Housewives of Atlanta was, I just need to promote myself and get some sales. Yeah, definitely promote marketing. That's what my degree is in. So if you ever want to talk marketing and promotion, I'll do it freelance. You ain't got to pay me or nothing like that. I can give you some pointers because I have a bachelor's degree in sales and marketing. But Real Housewives of Atlanta, the only episode that I liked with them was the Bolo episode, and it's because, and I do not like male strippers, but Bolo looked damn good. I'm not gonna lie. I was shocked to see a stripper look like that, like shocked, because I should do a story time about this. I had an incident when I was in college where I dealt with some strippers, and it was not a good experience. So I've never liked strippers. Michelle Jenkins, maybe one of your topics can be on women in business getting started or marketing ideas. Yeah, I would definitely do that. I definitely hope women would be willing to watch, because I do have a lot of ideas about that, especially with promoting yourself. Also promoting yourself with YouTube. Even though my channel is very small, there's a lot of stuff that I do outside of YouTube to promote this channel, and different techniques that I use as well. So we are getting there, and we will get there together. But I would love to do some topics on women in business. Now, I have two friends that are doctors come on, and we've talked about women's issues, but I would love to have two of my other friends that have their own businesses come on, and we all talk. The Bolo episode was everything. Yes, we having two conversations at once, and I love it. Yes, the Bolo episode was like so crazy. Oh my goodness. Like, I wish I was there in the blinds, like the producers, looking, because I wanted to see what the heck was going on, especially with Drew, because that was the one. It seemed like they didn't talk too much about what Drew did. We knew she did something, but they didn't talk a lot about it. As for who banged them, I didn't care. I assumed Portia already did it, and Tanya, but I know they were like, they didn't do nothing, but I still think Portia and Tanya banged them, which is why Tanya is not on the show anymore. So this next season, I think, is going to be booty, because the whole Simon, Portia, and Fallon drama is just, I'm not entertained by it. It was definitely some bullshit brought to the show. Uh, it was a scheme, as they say with Todd. That's my favorite line from that show. It was a scheme brought by Todd to bring the bullshit, made up by Todd to bring the bullshit. Somebody had sex that night for real, for real. Yeah, exactly. Because they show him leaving like in the morning. Like it would have been no reason for him to stay there. It was sunlight when he was leaving. Neither is Drew. Neither is Drew what? I missed that. Neither is Drew what? I want to know now. Neither is Drew. I know Drew ain't coming back. And I kind of like Drew. Her wigs were questionable. Hey, don't tell me, tell the people. You want to come up? I hope you want to come up. And I hope you're doing okay today. Let me drop my StreamYard link. But yes, I'm glad you are watching, girlfriend. If you want to come up and join me and talk a little bit, I'm actually just shooting a breeze right now. I just got finished talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville. If you want to give your opinion on that or Housewives of Potomac, I would love to hear it. I'm still drinking. This is a mimosa that I made today. Well, really, it's Bacardi and orange juice. My husband drank my champagne. So, but if you want to come up and chit chat, definitely join me. If not, I understand. But yeah. But Queen of Cheesecake, what were you talking about with Drew? I like Drew better as an actress, not on the show. What else did she act in besides the game? I do want to know that. And no shade at Drew. But what else was she on besides the game? I do remember her from that time, but it seemed like she was a singer. I don't know. It seemed like she was up and coming, but she never quite took off. And then I always remember, like, y'all know the movie Preacher's Kid with LaToya Luckett? Drew Sidora could have played that part too. But I love LaToya Luckett and Preacher's Kid. So, but it seemed like they were so similar at the time. Drew didn't get to take off because she was very similar to LaToya Luckett, who was trying to take off herself. You know, she had just been kicked out of Destiny's Child. She's trying to establish herself. So I feel like at that time it was so many women competing with each other. We had A. Marie that was out. Just a lot of different people. But Drew Sidora, I do remember she was good. I heard that she was fired. Wow. I didn't know she was fired. I just thought she decided not to come back. She is a singer, but she has done a few movies. What movies? Like I do remember her doing stuff, but it's not memorable. The movies are not memorable to me. I just remember her on The Game, and she played herself, and Derwin wanted her. So I liked her better than LaToya Forever. Excuse my edges there. Yeah, let me cover that up. I liked her better than LaToya Forever. LaToya Forever was very obnoxious. She was more obnoxious on the show than she was on her own YouTube channel. So yeah. I don't know. I'm just bored with them. If they don't got Nene, I don't want to watch. Like, I really like Nene. So this has been fun. Do y'all watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City? Because that one is good too. With Jen Shah, who's committed those crimes now. I don't even know how she's going to be on this show because she did all that fraud with them people money, them old people money. So I can't wait to see that. Yeah. The last movie she made was kind of corny, a comedy. Her wig was bad in that too. See? That's why I don't know. I don't even remember her. But yeah, if y'all watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, I will probably do a review on that. You have to watch it, Michelle. It's good. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City was good to me. It was better than what I thought. A lot of the franchises, I've watched every franchise, but I consistently watch Real Housewives of Atlanta and Real Housewives of Potomac. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, I think I will consistently watch because those ladies are hilarious to me too. So make sure you check that out. Season 1, a lady on there, Jen Shah, who's Hawaiian, she says she identifies with African American because in Utah they don't know how to classify her as Hawaiian or Asian, so they treat her like an African American, which is interesting. But she she was over the top on that season, and off the show she was arrested for fraud. She was stealing money from old people. I'm waiting for New Orleans, Detroit, or Chicago. Yes. And hi, Marcella. Yes, definitely hit that like button. Marcella, I'm talking about your show. Hey, Sonny. Marcella, I'm talking about all your shows because Marcella probably doesn't know this. I've been a part of her Facebook group for a year now. I don't comment, but I all the Real Housewives, and I'm gonna drop the link again if Marcella wants to join. All the Real Housewives. I've been a part of that group, and Marcella used to go live on Facebook a lot, and so I will watch her Facebook lives. But yes, how are you feeling, Sonny?
I'm okay.
Good. I'm glad to hear that you are doing well. I caught your live at the very end. Oh, my Sonny, let's go out tonight. And I wish I was there. I talked to someone that said y'all had gone out this past weekend and that he thought I was invited. And I was like, no one contacted me. But I'm glad you guys had a good time.
We did. We had fun.
Well, you look beautiful as usual.
Oh, well, thank you. I was having a moment yesterday. So I apologize for that. I had to go on my I made it private. Someone said, you made your video private. I was like, yeah.
And I understand that because, sometimes, which it's our right to do it, but sometimes we have.
Hi, Michelle.
We definitely have those moments. And I was like, oh my goodness, because, I caught the show at the very, very end. And the lovely C, she held it together.
Yes, she did.
So that was awesome.
But you look good too. So what are you talking about?
Well, I talked about Love and Marriage Huntsville. I actually wrote notes on it, did a whole review. My takeaways from this past week's episode, Melody does not seem genuine to me. And I am Team Melody, but she is not. She's showing her other side. I don't know if she's feeling herself because of the song, which is I like the song. I like the video, but Melody is feeling herself. She's being kind of a mean girl. I like Destiny, but I will say this: Melody and Destiny's relationship, I never thought they were close. I always thought Destiny was Martell's friend, and that was how her and Melody were introduced. So I'm just confused as to why now they're making it seem like they were like these best friends.
Yeah, I didn't understand that either because I guess from what you had said, you said that Martell was friends with Destiny. And so, yeah, Destiny, I thought Destiny was going to get up and snatch Melody for a minute.
Yeah, I wrote her little quote down. She said, where is it at? She said, open your eyes when I'm talking to you.
Yeah. I was like, oh my goodness. She's so, I don't want to use the word aggressive when I'm I'm speaking of Black women. I want another word to use.
Yeah. And I said passionate because my thing
that's
is,
a good word.
And I feel like Melody was
rambunctious.
Melody was being a Karen to me by saying that she was you're aggressive. You're aggressive. No, I'm trying to state my opinion and you're cutting me off. So for me, in those situations, I'm going to cut you off. I'm bringing you the same energy. If it comes off aggressive, I'm sorry, but I'm passionate about what I'm saying.
Right.
And Melody was not genuine in that conversation at all. And that little watermelon or whatever they was trying to do.
It's like she's acting for the show. It's like she's acting. Hey, Marcella.
Come on, Sonny, let's go hang out.
Okay.
I'm coming too.
I don't know if y'all can hang with me.
Oh, I can. I'm gonna bring my Candace juice.
W1 is over here shaking her head and said no.
But no. So, Marcella, do you watch Love and Marriage Huntsville?
Yes, I do.
So what are your thoughts on this Melody and Destiny dynamic?
I think it's Melanie is trying to get Destiny on the show. So I think this is made up. I mean, because she came with the watermelon, She came with the watermelon to say, if it's sweet, we'll make up. I think that's Melanie just trying to keep her girl on the page, keep her girl on the show. Because Destiny really don't have any drama. She doesn't want to talk about her ex-husband. When they weren't even married a year, he left her. She bought the house, but he didn't want to be on the show because he know that everything he do dirty in the streets was going to come to the light. And he didn't want to be on the show, and she chose the show over her husband.
Exactly. And allegedly, I heard he always been running from her. Like, he never wanted to marry her. So,
well, he did kind of act like that when he was on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
He acted like he didn't want to marry her.
Right, he did. I just really think that Melanie is trying to help Destiny get a spot, and it won't last. They always gonna be together. Like, I believe that Melanie knew about her and LeBaric getting a divorce. How do you have a good girlfriend? But this girl started off being Martell. Martell got introduced to Destiny. I mean, Melanie and Destiny got introduced by Martell.
Yeah,
so that's why she felt like she could correct him about the marriage when she said something about Melanie, and now her and Melanie and Destiny got a spot in the show because of Melanie.
Yeah, I agree with that. I know Martell and Destiny went to high school together. That's what they've been saying. And so that their dynamic is interesting, and I guess she does want to keep her on the show, but that whole conversation was it wasn't genuine, and it just seemed fake. And we do see on the next episode they're gonna get into it again. Like, to me, Destiny is very real and very
But you can't just have one drama and you stay on the show. Who really wants to deal with Destiny? She didn't get along with the other Scott sister,
Tisha,
right.
or
Kimmy.
She didn't get along with Kimmy at first, and then Melanie said, "I thought y'all would make it." And if she was really mad at Melanie, she wouldn't have came to her Taco Tuesday. Yeah, she gotta put herself in the scene.
Yeah.
But we can see all through that. That's not a genuine accident. Because when she told me, if you were my girlfriend and you start naming my kids off and said, I'm not Martell, and then start naming my kids, in real life, I would have slapped your face because you bringing my children in our conversation.
Right, exactly.
They were sitting on that couch just as calm, and I got good girlfriends that we can cuss each other out and not speak for a couple of days. Yeah. I'm not going to come to your house for no Taco Tuesday until we settle this between us.
Exactly.
Right.
I feel like that conversation should have been had before Taco Tuesday. So I was just so confused. And then with Melody, I guess for me, my personality, I don't do mess. So I wouldn't, like you said, I wouldn't even showed up. And Destiny did better than me by staying as long as she did, but she did leave. She was over it after a while.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, how is Carlos King putting up with that every time things get heated, she leaves? We don't want you to come back. We know that once something starts, you're going to get out the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what is her storyline? Because she never talked about a divorce until now. You never knew that she was divorced. Because even I was shocked when I found out she was divorced.
And even her little hair store is empty.
Yeah.
What is her storyline?
It's a beauty supply.
She don't have one.
And then, her saying that Kimmy's son was on top of her, where they showed a flashback, and he wasn't. He's just being a general manager, making sure she's drinking to put money behind that bar.
Yeah.
Exactly. Did y'all hear how she thought Kimmy and Maurice wanted her too?
Yeah.
On this past episode. I'm like, why does she think everybody want her? I'm so confused. Granted, she's a beautiful lady, but it's like, come on now.
I mean, I don't see what she got going for her. Just like Kimmy said, you was married to a ninja that made good chicken, okay?
Right.
That's all Kimmy could tell you about her.
Because nobody knew her. They only Martell knew her, right?
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you, because Miss Wanda sometimes hit me in my box, right? and I had she FaceTimed me one time, and I was like, I need to know, is Marcella messing around? She said, I'm at the casino. I can't really hear you. But you
She said
know,
casino.
yes, honey. She at the casino, and she just kept praising me. I love how you defend me. I said, you can't hear, but I want that question answered. I think that he has, and she's just not willing to give up her marriage. She's saying that they got kids, and he wants to keep her locked in that house. Yep. She's the one that gave her daughter a party. She did. Not that stuff they showed on the TV. She gave her daughter a private party.
Is that why she looked at that watch like, what is this?
Right.
Like, she was not enthused by that watch.
Right. Give me my house that you've been promising me. And she's listening to Melanie now. Her and Melanie may not get along, but she's definitely listening to Melanie about popping up.
Mm-hmm.
Pop up at the club. Pop up here. She's going to drive her car up a muddy path that's been 2 years now, 2 seasons. They ain't built nothing up there.
Yep. What's interesting about Melody and Tisha, these receipts that they have of Marcel, Tisha said that these receipts weren't valid, but I really wanted to say, let us be the judge of that. Like, put the receipts out there so we can see what they actually are. So,
but she really believes her husband is messing around. And I'm going to tell you that heifer had to be very bold to come up on FaceTime with Tisha.
Oh, yes.
That was the boldest thing I'd have been beating my husband on this side while that woman is watching me beat him. Because
what heifer now? I'm lost.
The lady that he's messing with came on allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Came on FaceTime with Tisha and Marcella last year on one of their lives on YouTube. And she was like, I don't know why people are saying this. First of all, I don't know you well. Me. Why is people saying you and my husband when I don't know you? How are you and this woman connected where you would know her? I'm the one that sit in the office on the books, and she has not been on any of our contracts. Exactly. Now, why would this woman be trying to explain herself to me? Because, for real, if I was messing with somebody's husband, I'm not going to go to their wife and deny it. Right. She getting cars and everything, and Tisha over there living in a little rental property. I believe everything Martell said. They were broke. He put them on. He expected a certain level of loyalty, that you're not going to validate that I'm messing around. Because how you going to say we messing around when we've been doing it together? We're girls together.
Exactly. And this is supposed to be Melody's hairdresser or something like that. That's another thing that's really weird to me. And the fact that, like, if I was Tisha and this woman is coming on my platform, first of all, it would not happen. I don't need some woman coming on my platform to tell me she's not cheating with you. Like, why are we even having a discussion with her? So that made it suspect to me, just watching as a viewer. It was suspect, and then Tisha cheesing and smiling. Like, it was just a disaster.
No, Tisha believes that her husband might be doing something. You see how she acted with the young lady in the red dress. Oh, I saw that girl. She should be drinking out of a black bottle, not a black man in a black suit. Mm-hmm. She already suspects her husband if she don't know. Do you know, I noticed, y'all, a lot hanging around these wives. They know their husbands mess around, but they figure, I'm in the house. I'm going to do everything to please him. I want to be in this position. Mm-hmm. Not me. I'm packing your stuff. When you come home, me and my girlfriend's going to be sitting up there drinking Moet with cranberry, and you're going to say, what the party about? Your ass moving out. That's what this party is about.
Now, for me in that situation, I'll say this. Sometimes, because I'm married as well, first of all, cheating is very wrong. But I think that with what me and my husband have built, I'm not going to let a side chick come and take it away. But if it becomes like multiple side chicks, and where this alleged lady has a cars and all this other bull. I don't know how if I would be able to stay, but a small indiscretion. I'm not finna let a side chick take away what I built with my husband. So I can see that.
Oh, I'm not taking it at all. I mean, I've been there, done that. First of all, like my second husband had a baby, and then when I said, listen, I just want a divorce, and he said that what we can do is we can just take the baby and we can raise the baby. I said, no, what we can do, you give me what's on that prenup, and you can go over there with her. That's what we can do.
I would have been
I never experienced anything like that, so I don't know.
I would have been like, I have my kids to raise, or I raised my kids. I don't.
Right, and that's how I felt. But you know, I like I said, it's gonna be some things that come out. Miss Wanda just said, keep watching. Okay, Marcella, keep watching. I'm gonna keep watching.
So,
because she doesn't like Marcel, does she?
She doesn't, and she doesn't like Marcel for her child, because you know she really loves her mother. And her mother really loves her. And matter of fact, when she was doing all the schooling, her mother was taking care of the kids in her house. So that left Marcel just empty to run the street and do what he wanted to do. Like
he does kind of seem suspicious. At first, I didn't think that he would cheat on her because I thought, you know, but then he does kind of come across suspicious because Melanie knows because she talks about it all the time.
Yeah, I can see it from day one.
He comes across abusive as well. Like he don't want her to go nowhere. He want her to be in the house.
Control.
Right.
Yes.
I don't like that.
He's very controlling. Michelle says some are just business arrangements, not married for love. No, I'll say this, with some marriages, yes, that might be the case. I definitely feel like that with Beyonce and Jay-Z. But for regular people like myself, we don't have all that money. So if I'm investing all this time and spending with you, I'm not finna let somebody take away what I've built. Especially, I love you. We have these kids, so it's very hard to walk away from a situation when you've spent so many years with someone. But for me, and with Melody's situation and this child, I would have been gone. Like,
yeah, that Marcel stuff. Marcel stuff. I would have been gone.
She admitted that she was giving him head every other day, which doesn't make sense to me either.
I don't believe that though.
Let me tell y'all something. Miss Wanda said that she knew about the girl 5 years ago, and she gave her the opportunity. She gave him the opportunity to leave, and don't let this embarrass me. But see, that she did that to buy time. Because what she did was went over there and changed those businesses to her name. She took them building classes. And when it was time to go, Melanie walked away with everything. Martell only right now got this show.
Yep.
And
she had a plan B.
Yep. She had her plan. She was building her plan. And that's what people don't understand. So when you get people trying to get her to get back with him, I'm like, no, she had a plan to get out of this situation. And we see that she was building while he was going and playing.
Yeah. Because he didn't think she was ever going to leave him.
Yeah, but you know, I think he hit Nick.
What?
I think he won. You know, he was just at her listening party.
Yes, I talked about that. They have like pictures together, and I'm like, Melody, what is you doing? Like, baby, what are you doing?
Because you know, some of us got to stay with the peen we used to, whether it's dirty or not.
Not me.
No, I wouldn't either. I'd be like, oh, this is for somebody that knows how to build businesses and is faithful. So yeah, I would definitely. He would not be getting it.
And she got a body yada for 4 kids now. She looks good.
Yes.
She looks good.
Exactly.
Now you got a girlfriend on the side that you had to buy her butt. You had to buy her breast. Everything is fake about her. Every business she tries to launch falls apart. But he's still out there with her. And guess what? The new girl even accepts side people.
Well, she was a side chick. She should.
I know he was allegedly with, because I'm in all these other Facebook groups. Like I said, Marcella, I'm in your group. I watch that for the tea. I'm in Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'm gonna shout this group out. Love and Marriage Huntsville, Straight No Chaser, and the original Straight No Chaser. So
I love Straight No Chaser. I love her because she pulls that information out of Ariane.
Yes. So yeah, that's where I find all the real tea of what's going on with this show. And it's a mess. Allegedly, Martell has had 2 other women outside of Ariane or Coleslaw. Allegedly, I'm gonna say Coleslaw. And so this last woman who had the receipt, it was so many receipts of like different things, like text messages. Yeah, he can't deny it. And Coleslaw, the woman confronted Coleslaw allegedly. So,
and she even showed some clinics that he had to go to and get cleaned up. So you know, he either wasn't sleeping with Melanie or he burnt her a couple of times.
Yep.
He was going through the clinic like it was a drive-through McDonald's.
So is it true that he was messing around with multiple women while he was married to Melanie?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And Melanie knew. She was giving him the opportunity to say, okay, Martell, I'm going to wipe that all away and we're going to be together. But girl, it got too good. He said he left his wife because she wouldn't give him head.
Right.
Well, I wouldn't give you none either after everybody you done dipped that stuff into.
But why say you did it though? I was giving it to him every day at the end. No, you wasn't. Don't nobody said that much. Every day, girl. Bye.
That did not make sense to me because I was like, "What?" Like, you know, he's having years without him in the bed. Like,
first of all, your jaw be sore, girl. Stop.
No.
And she's trying to say, she was like, if we were getting a divorce from that, we wouldn't be divorced. Like, Melody, this is not looking good.
No.
But you know what? He's still, you know what? He's still in a sense with Melanie. Melanie takes care of him. For him to take the kids, she paying for the lights to stay on. Yeah, but I mean, I just don't get some of the things that she's doing. Listen, she cannot take the kids out of Alabama. That's why she's still there.
Yeah.
Exactly. And if it was me, because she's trying to say she's paying his bills because her kids are there, my thing is my kids would not be going with you if you can't pay for your own bills. Like, you can come here and visit.
She's not getting child support. Child support. She's not getting any child support.
So what is he doing?
Nothing.
Nothing. Listen, he on this show going to the gym. When
how much they get made for this show? They can't make that much.
See, if it was me, when you spend the time with the kids, you can spend it in my house while I go. Because, you know, she got a lot of dealings in Atlanta. She comes there for the studio and everything. She's in Atlanta. But y'all, I got some juicy on Portia. I can't wait to, you know, because I knew another woman that talks to Portia. And I don't want to say everything where it's coming from. But, boy, Portia better not marry this guy.
Portia, I don't know why Portia can't see what we see. To me, shout out to Tisha Tells. Tisha Tells exposed that this man don't got no money.
Okay, but Tisha is not the one that is deep down in it. Sunday Omni.
Omni, yes.
What?
Yes, I was watching her last night.
Sunday Omni is a Nigerian.
Yes.
And guess what? She said that when he was not in Nigeria buying Portia no dress. She said he was downtown in a hotel and a new designer that's coming up made some dresses. But she said those ugly dresses, she said the Nigerian housekeeper wear that material that he had them dresses he bought for Portia. He said, when you have a Nigerian wedding, she said, where's the silks? Where's the silk material? Where is the pearls? Where is the rhinestone and stuff on it? He said that, she said, I don't know what's going on, but she was able to talk to Simon's second wife, who said this guy is broke. That the Nigerian people with money don't know Simon, and the Nigerians, they do things culturally. So when they doing fundraisers and donations, they're there. Simon has never been at anything like that.
So he's Simon the scammer versus Joanne the scammer.
No, he went to jail.
What?
He married and guess what, y'all? All his wives live in Atlanta. Y'all need to watch my episode Letter to Portia because I'm writing her another letter. and I was told by a housewife she did see my letters and I said, well, how did she feel about it? And they said she said go to hell.
Because she doesn't want to look like a fool, because she looks like a fool. She looks like a fool.
And then my letter, I'm writing a letter, and in my letter, I'm letting her know, look at this guy you say you married. He picks fights with other people. You know, Fallon's third baby daddy. You know he got a lot of money.
The rich, yes.
Yes, he's a designer, right?
Sharon, is it Sharon or something like that?
Yeah, Sharon. And so most of the time he's had his son. But him and Fallon are good co-parents. And he is the one that got her this place that she's living in now. But y'all, Jalen is not the father. She is not messing with no Jalen. No.
Is he her stylist?
No, Jalen is just a friend. He is just a friend. And I'm going to tell y'all, she's messing with an athlete. But, you know.
Simon, the rumor was allegedly it was a basketball player. So, wow.
Jalen,
it wasn't Tristan, was it?
No.
I hope not.
Jalen is a very good friend, you know, and on the streets of Atlanta, they question his sexuality.
Yeah.
That's
and so, I mean, that's why I said, boy, come on out the closet. It's okay. We accept you. We'll take you to mix.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, he probably already. I'm surprised we didn't see him there.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's funny.
I'm in Atlanta as well, so I'd hang out with him. I have a lot of
I mean, but he's just a good friend, someone she confides into, and it's okay. That's her Judy. But you know, but he says that he's not, and you know, the other guy don't mind, but Fallon doesn't want no one to know who this guy is because he doesn't want to be in the limelight. You know that all these ball players that come on these shows, these Bravo shows, their whole careers get messed up. Look at Tristan. Look at Omar, whatever his name is, that married Chloe. Yeah, you look at all these people that come on these sitcoms, their whole career gets messed up.
Yeah.
Yes, and Marcella, speaking of good tea, because Queen of Cheesecake said you have the good tea. So I want to talk about Robin. So I've been hearing this rumor that the guy that stole their money, that was her lover.
He was. God rest his soul.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Oh,
who you think I got it from? The candy shop?
Absolutely.
And I've been running around YouTube terrorizing these streets like I heard.
Listen, y'all need to find out where. Do y'all know how Robin and Juan got together? Juan lived in Robin's house as a child
because his parents died. Is that correct?
No, his parents were on drugs. One of his parents was on drugs. Yeah.
You know how they took in somebody at Whitney Bobby, took in that other boy that, you know, that was with Bobby Christina. And I guess maybe he felt obligated to be with Robin. They probably was hitting it and quitting it. And then Robin was doing girls, allegedly. Robin was fighting women behind. You know, she was all right because she was in the house.
So that's why she all on Giselle.
I said that's part of her depression is that she's in the closet. And I said when her kids turn old enough, she will come out the closet. But right now, that's her struggle. Yeah. That's my opinion.
And y'all got
yeah. Robin has been fighting for Juan for years, fighting women. I mean, beating them down for messing with him. Source, Lipstick Alley. Source, B. Scott. Trust. That's all industries. And I believe that, Giselle, the way Giselle was throwing her under the bus, Robin don't know what real friendship is, because my girlfriend could not come to me on the camera and say, Robin, he's saying that he don't want you. You got to get up. And to tell people on TV my son's reading score is a 45. She's delirious. And Robin, I bet you Robin won't be there next year, because I'm going to tell you something. She did something to piss the producers off.
Yes.
She will not be there next year.
I don't think so.
Because that's a no. You resist. You don't let the story be as what they printed. You start insulting, not Bravo, truly original. They're not going to have you back next year. And maybe she don't care, because she already got a little house built up. They moved in. They moved in July. I don't know why they saying they just moved in, but they was in there at the job. But I just really feel that Juan is not there. He comes and see his boys.
Well, that's the other rumor, that he's just coming, and he's fully dressed, coming up the stairs, checking on Robin. So it looks like he's not living there. That's the other rumor.
I know somebody who knows that hangs out with Juan's brother, and she asked Juan's brother, when is the wedding date? And he said, never worry.
So Michael was right.
Because when Michael said that, I was like, he's not gonna marry her, because he wouldn't have told. He doesn't want to marry her. Like I said, I think she's in the closet.
He's resentful that she lost the money.
And then lost the money to his best friend who she was sleeping with. He ain't never going back to her.
And you hear her little story on this past weekend. She said that she was doing everything just to get $100 for groceries.
Yeah, focus groups. I was like, whoa. So what was Juan doing? That's what I thought when he
was probably not speaking to her. I mean, your house.
Bitch better go get my money.
Yeah. Listen, Robin was selling deodorant 2 years ago. Y'all check it out. She was selling deodorant. She was selling lipstick. She was selling everything. And for her to say Macy's calling her, girl, do you know that? Why would a high-end store call you and then a lower-end store call you? When Macy's can't sell things anymore, it goes to Target.
It goes to TJ Maxx.
Yeah, yes. It goes to those places. So why are you saying that? You look foolish. Anybody with a business sense would know. If Macy's calling me, I'm going to sell my dirty drawers to them, okay? I will not be sleeping on that.
I don't understand why she said that. I was like, that's a lie.
That
doesn't even sound right. TJ Maxx called me. HCN or HSN called me.
QVC.
Was it QVC called her? And I'm like, girl, what are you doing? And then you're just sitting here with your friends drinking and whatever and playing along. I was like, she's full of it. I don't believe it.
You see how she drank all that liquor? You see how she was drinking all that liquor? Okay, let me explain something to you. Do you think if Macy's watching that, they would want to work with her?
No.
They want somebody to be a positive face of their brand. And she wasn't. That what she did the other day told me that things are going down the drain for her.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not it, because next week, Mia gonna get into it.
I can't wait to see it, because to be honest, I didn't like Mia on this past episode, but
I don't like Mia, period. Because if you're a stripper, bitch, say you're a stripper. I'm a stripper too.
But she's ashamed. That's why she won't admit it. Well, she admitted it once, but she can't keep up with all the lies she tells on the show.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's how she met Mr. G.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. G not ashamed. He's gonna go down in history. He turned a hoe into a housewife.
Yes. And this Blue Devil babe is hilarious. She said she left off Ace Hardware per Kendall, laughing my ass off. Yeah, them hats do look like Ace Hardware hats.
Yeah, listen, as Black women, why the hats got like satin lining in it? Girl, we will put a scarf on our head and throw any kind of cap up there and leave. Why would I pay $59.99 for that?
Well, exactly. And now they're $30. They're $29 basically now.
Mm-hmm.
But I if she sold it at 5 and below or 5 below, I would buy it.
I mean, I thought it was a good idea.
Because it's
I
good
wear hats
for
like that,
cleaning
though.
around your house and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, but she creates the silliest stuff. And when that girl Akia came up there, I thought she was actually working for Robin.
What, a Kia?
A scholar.
A scholar?
A
A
scholar.
scholar. I was like, who is that?
You know,
Yeah, Robin is sad. She's a sad case at this point.
yes, and y'all, she said that she was never talking about Wendy. She was. Her and Giselle was in the bedroom, but she was trying to say that was a voiceover. I didn't know anything about that. Girl, we saw you. We saw when Giselle was talking. You might not have been talking, but Giselle was talking to you. So you were aware of it. Those wives got a lot of things in the blogs. They're going Ray cheating, in the blogs. Candy. They say that Candy allegedly slept with Chucky, the guy that just died.
What? The producer that was about to sign her?
Are you serious?
Allegedly. See, all these rumors are going out. But Chris is smart. Everybody sit up there kiki-keying about Chris. If he is professing to be her manager, everything she do when he leaves, he will get half. Yeah. They would have to buy him out of that house because I seen the papers for the mortgage. It has her name, Chris' name, and it has ETHL, which means there is another buyer for that house. It's her 3 people.
Her mama. It's on a business name.
Right.
LLC.
So what she's trying to do, but Chris can still say, buy me out. They can't throw him out.
You better ask Mary J. Blige.
Oh, yeah. Kendu wore her out, didn't he?
Wore her out. Mm-hmm. But he was her manager.
And sleeping with his client.
Well, what do y'all think of Candace and her reads and her confessionals versus in the face of them? I love her confessionals now.
She's funny.
I really wish she was saying this to their faces, though.
They're tired of her. Production is tired of her.
Oh. Candace. But then she had some good reads on this, though, when she talked about Mia's feet.
Yeah.
When she said Giselle would, when she talked about them fashions being against the law.
Yes. And guess what, y'all? She was made to plan a trip. She was made to do that. Like, she was the holdout in the beginning. I don't know if y'all knew that she didn't want to come back. She was saying after what happened to her last year, she thinks she should be paid more.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, excuse me.
And they and she waited to the end, and they was like, "We're not giving you no more. Either you coming back or you're not." And she came back.
Yeah, she needs that show.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you this: everything they sell up there, you know that Truly Original gets a cut.
Wow.
Oh, didn't know that.
So, what is her issue with Ashley?
Well, she Ashley and her are competitive to me. They both was in pageants.
Yeah.
And she probably, they both got white men.
Correct.
One white man making money, one white man not. and I believe Ashley will snatch her up because I believe she really, listen, Ashley started from the bottom, now she here.
Yeah.
Now her prenup is no more.
Oh, yeah.
If she leaves now, she done secured the bag, okay? Now, Candace and her husband is still using condoms. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
I don't understand their relationship.
Because she doesn't want to have a baby.
Yeah, well, her husband, it seems like her husband makes less than she does. So it's
I'm going to tell you what the issue is with them is because Ashley inserted that thing for Monique. That letter. It was just to say that she was violent. That Candace is a violent person. It was a character statement.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you, Wendy and Candace, by the end of this,
Oh, they're gonna not be friends anymore?
Listen, Candace is gonna stick with the Green Eye Bandit.
Even what she made a statement a few weeks ago talking about Ashley she gets away with whatever she gets away with because she's light skinned. So she's going to stick with the light skin alliance, because that's what I call them. And no offense to the light skinned people, but I really feel like these are light skinned women attacking women of color.
Ashley is getting in, stirring the pot. Now, if y'all watch Binder Time Stories, y'all have learned Ashley stays on the fence. She comes down, she stirs the pot, and she jumps right back up on that fence.
Like a little black cat.
Yeah, I didn't like her on this past episode.
Like a little alley cat. That's how she acted.
She came, you know what, she had to do something. She had just had Dylan 3 weeks before that. 3 weeks. But Candace did apologize to Ashley for real last week. Not on the screen, but she said she realized now that Giselle and Robin was the one who brought this trauma, and that Giselle did talk to Ashley about it. Ashley just came in there and did her job and left. She stirred the pot and left. But Ashley can defend herself.
Yeah.
And
Giselle is the one you gotta watch out for.
Monique and Ashley are still real friends. They still friends.
Oh, that's good.
Oh yeah, they were just on tea with Monique on last Wednesday.
That's good. Yeah, Giselle is miserable. She's just unhappy. She's a miserable woman.
She's a light-skinned woman, and I said this, I think, the other day. She's a light-skinned woman that thought she was more than what she was, and her husband cheated on her. And it made her question who she was. And so
because she's been told her whole life she's pretty.
Mental institution. He had her in a mental institution. Come on now. And she still loves him. Because Wendy was right. Wendy was so right. Everything he's done to you, you still try to be with him after he done laid with everybody in Baltimore.
And Atlanta.
And Virginia.
Yeah. And hey, Abiel.
Yeah, my first cease and desist came from him.
Oh.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
And it just asked me and Kyle to apologize. And so Kyle said, well, I want you to know that this doesn't even belong to Marcella, because this is my page, The Black Socialite. And Kyle said, and I'm going to get up here and I'm going to apologize. Kyle said, I apologize that you are a hoe and that we have uncovered all your business. And he didn't do nothing. So when he tried to do that with Monique, that didn't work, because Monique went right back after him. Mm-hmm. And that's when he said he wasn't going to get on the show no more.
Mm-hmm.
I was
so they're not together though, right?
They're not together, but he not with Pastor lady either.
Yeah, because didn't he cheat with Giselle? Wasn't he messing around with Dr. Tanya on Giselle?
Allegedly, and I got pictures of the house. Dr. Tanya was getting ready to buy him a house in Atlanta. Until she found out that he was possibly getting back with his family. And then he told Dr. Tanya it was for the TV.
Well,
but
that's what it seemed like. It seemed like it was for the TV. I had a friend that tell me that their relationship was real. She don't even live here. She argued me down on my platform talking about that they were really together, and I had to block her.
No, but I'm going to tell you that, like, y'all, I can't tell y'all the ball player name, but y'all, why you think Karen said fiery box?
Why?
What happened now?
Remember when Karen said something about a fiery box? Her cootie cat burning? Well, it was alleged that Pickle gave it to her, and she gave it to
who is Pickle?
The passer.
Don't call him Pickles because I like pickles.
No, they call his penis a
Oh,
pickle.
okay.
He was
Oh,
with
so he
Tweet.
gave her something.
Allegedly, he was with Tweet and Malaysia. Pargo. And Mr. Chocolate is the passer.
So he was with Phaedra.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I heard that was the back.
Phaedra Tweet, Malaysia, Giselle. I said,
Malaysia
why
Pargo.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Malaysia Pargo.
Yes.
From I was gonna say Housewives,
Basketball wives. But wait a minute.
Ooh.
So Mr. Chocolate is the one that Phaedra's husband kept talking about.
Yeah, I did hear that he was Mr. I did hear that he was Mr. Chocolate. Now, because I live here in Atlanta too, I heard that on these Atlanta streets, not even in YouTube land. It was in these Atlanta streets that he was Mr. Chocolate.
Go ahead and pull up about Malaysia and him. It's there. She denies that, but Jennifer Williams comes out when she's angry.
Yeah.
And she confirms it.
So Jennifer, same Jennifer that was with the guy that's in jail now.
Sweet. Yeah, and I'm glad he locked up.
The same Jennifer who got her car stolen by, gave her car to somebody, he drove off in it. I've seen her before. I've met her.
Sweetie pies. That's
you
what
see
I know.
Michelle Jenkins. You see Michelle Jenkins. Yep. he has been around, y'all. I mean, me myself, I would have a problem with my pastor in a hookah bar. I would have a problem with it. But you know what? That church is still paying them boys for Eddie Long.
Yeah.
Exactly. It boggles my mind that he took this church over. Like, I do not live that far from the church, and just driving over there, the energy is not good. So the fact that he was willing to take this church over, it's like, okay, is it about money? Like, what are you doing? So,
well, you know, they have a contract with him, and I believe for that Monique stuff, they wanted to let him go because people was calling for him to leave. Well, but he can't. Y'all don't see him saying that no more. Y'all don't see him out here being wilding out because he got a contract with them, and you know his daughter don't speak to him. He got an older daughter that don't have any dealings. Now she's a youth minister, and she's, you know, his parents were ministers. And
how many kids does he have?
11.
Oh God! I was
about Marcella. 11.
No,
you know way.
That whole situation is a scandal, and the reason why I say this is because Eddie Long's son met with Larry Reed. Shout out to Larry Reed, and like doxed Larry Reed though over this whole situation. Like it's just been drama with this whole church.
Yes. And you know what happens? The people who sit in the pews are the ones who's paying for all these transgressions. And that's what bothers me. You got women in there be willing to pick his toenails. And then he hit it and they go back out there and it seems like the next person come in. And his penis is the altar. I don't get it. Allegedly.
My coworker, one of my coworkers that I used to work with, she goes there. She loves him. I'm like, he's a cheater. Like he's reformed.
He's a good speaker, orator. He's a good speaker. And so I have followed him. My best friend went to the church when it was his father's church in Baltimore. So I've known of him for many, many years. And he's a good speaker, but he lost me with the binder thing. When he was reading this upside down binder about Monique, I was like, okay, so he's attacking. First of all, he's acknowledging the reality TV drama, and he's
not only that, when he said he know where Monique live at,
yeah,
I was like, okay, now, but Monique said that's all right, I got this. Monique sent a video with her doing range shooting,
like as she should.
You come up in here. Because
okay.
it ain't no gates back there. It's just that if you go back there to Potomac, it's so woodsy.
Yeah.
You would not want to be there at night. I mean, when I was out there at night, it was no street light like in the hood. Your mama said, you come in when the lights come on. It ain't no lights there. The lights are on the houses,
Yeah.
but the roads have no lights. So
that's like here in Georgia.
Yeah.
She will blow that head off.
Well,
she let him know.
He ended it talking about he's from Baltimore. And I was like, oh, so he's threatening them by saying he's from Baltimore.
She from Jersey.
Exactly. Oh, Michelle said he's done a lot for the community during the pandemic. He had the King's Table. But have y'all seen that video where it's a guy in Baltimore like
Steve Harvey done a lot for the community. Steve Harvey and Marjorie Harvey donated that money to the church. I know that's factual. And he just orchestrated a way to give it out. You cannot dismiss the people who's been giving money all year round. The love offering is for those Thanksgiving and stuff, and they have big donors. He didn't do it. The people in the church orchestrated a way to give the food and give the gifts out. He's just the face of the church. So let's not get it twisted. If he had all this money, honey, he wouldn't owe all these taxes, baby.
Correct.
So we gotta do your homework. He owes too much taxes. And one of those years he owes taxes for, him and Giselle was married.
Oh, so he been owing back taxes.
Yep. So she better file as an injured spouse because she was on her way out the door the year they was married. I can't
believe he got 11 kids. I was like, I'm still tripping on that.
It was coming out about all the kids. I mean, all the baby's mama came up to. Remember how mad T.I. got when he went to the church? Yes,
because he called him out.
They beg you when they let me tell you something. If I was to go to the church and I'm late and I'm T.I., they save seat all the way to the front because they wanted people to know that 2 Chainz was there, T.I., Ty.
Yeah.
All these simple people, because you done been invited to the mansion party. So you figure you.
Yeah.
A lot of people have put him on blast. And I'm going to tell you, I'm just surprised. I would have bought him out. I would have gave him his little stinking $1 million and let him go.
Isn't it like $800,000 in back taxes or something like that?
Yeah,
wow.
790. It's 793.
And that's back taxes. Wow. That's years and years. So he has no money.
Karen need to put on a shirt that says tax reform. Free Giselle and the pastor.
Yes.
Free the last lady.
Yes, a lot of it, to me, Eva, Marcella, Nene, Candy, all these people having tax problems.
Because they got this easy money, to get on a reality show. They got all this money, and instead of paying for stuff and putting it aside or whatever, they go and buy fancy cars, big houses, diamond rings,
And they especially do that here in Atlanta. People will buy all that stuff and don't have no money.
I know.
They have zero money.
And look, and this young lady said New Birth liked the attention. It's embarrassing. You had a pastor sleeping with all these boys, and now he is gone, and y'all are paying these boys off over time.
Yes.
And then J Mall got sued up, allegedly.
Who?
And they paid J Mall. And they paid out his suit money.
I'm like, who is that?
Allegedly.
And Dr. Tuna did think she had something. I don't know why.
But she was committing adultery or fornicating. Both of them. They are sleeping together. She actually sent Monique pictures of him in the bed sleep with no clothes on.
Oh, so that was in the binder when she was about to, okay, you want me to show you these, Giselle?
Yes.
And
That's
the
why
phone
Giselle got
was,
straight quiet. She shut
Thank you.
completely down.
Monique told me they filmed for 11 and a half hours. And she said the whole time she did not take her feet off Giselle's neck, right?
Good.
She said, but Giselle had like a nervous breakdown. And they wouldn't show any of that.
Yeah,
They should have showed it.
I heard that, which is why they got upset with Andy, because they said it felt like Andy was trying to
Biased.
Yes, he was very biased, especially towards the browner women on the show.
Mm-hmm.
But do you know that is why Karen is coming out with some of these reads, honey?
Mm-hmm.
She's
Karen
saying,
kind of been kind of quiet though. Every time Giselle speak, Karen. So like every time Giselle try to comfort her, she just be like, "Girl, I don't have no time for you."
No, let me tell you something. Because Karen is trying to keep her grand dame status.
Mm-hmm.
You remember why Wendy was praising Karen? Because Karen had put some stuff in her ear. And so it was able to come from somebody else. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Everything was said. And I promise you to God, Wendy and her husband was told face to face, they coming after y'all. Next year, the target is on your back.
Yep. Because Monique is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not over. Wendy already told y'all they cut out a whole bunch. Wendy was going to snatch Giselle up, and y'all will never see that. You will not be able to see that.
And I like Wendy. I'm glad Wendy stuck up for her family. You know, because it's not because Giselle is just because like they said when a scholar said to her, "Well, who are you dating?" Well, I'm not going to talk about it, and I'm not going to say it in front of the troll over there. I'm like, girl, you talk about everybody else's marriage. You have no relationship. You you're almost like Kenya by trying to pay people to come on and make it seem like they're dating you, but then she's so envious. I don't call her green eyed, but I call her the green eyed envy queen. She is just so envious of, especially Wendy's relationship, the same way she was envious of Monique's relationship.
Because does Giselle like dark skinned men or something? Because even though
German,
Wendy's husband doesn't look like Idris, but I feel like Giselle likes some dark skinned chocolate, and so Wendy's husband.
Now, do y'all think Wendy messed around? I mean, Wendy's husband messed around?
I don't think so.
I don't think so, but the way I'll say this, sometimes when you go that hard for your husband, it's overcompensating for something that you've done. So she definitely overcompensates.
So you think he messed around on her?
I think she possibly did something. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was a white man. Allegedly.
Over there at NSB or what, NBSB, whatever. NBC.
Y'all got to do y'all homework. Eddie's practice is in Virginia.
Who? Oh, his. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Look at Keaton said the eyes and then the maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying allegedly?
Allegedly.
What is it true about the white lady?
I can't say it's true because I'd never seen it, but I did hear it when I'm on them Potomac streets, honey.
Wow.
That her husband messed around on her?
Yes, and the woman is rich. I said, well, he need to be throwing that penis a little harder so she can pay off them debts.
I just don't get, what is it, BDE? Big dick energy from him. So
B. Look at BED. Okay.
So he came out and said it wasn't true. So, he ain't got no babies. She has all my babies. There's definitely something going on there. But, she's still doing her job. People always say she's a professor. She's an assistant professor.
Really? I didn't know that.
Google it. She's an assistant professor.
But when she made that statement about, remember when they were at the house at Karen's home, and they asked, the question was, who would you sleep with in this room? Remember?
And he wrote Mia.
Yeah, and Wendy was like, "Don't you put that down on that
She
paper?"
shut it down. Yes.
So that she shut it down real quick. So okay, yeah, because she already knew about the rumors. Clearly,
Yes, everybody knew about the rumors. I mean, the rumors is like 2 years old. What overtook that is when they started talking about Monique. So Wendy stood in the background. Those rumors was out at the same damn time.
okay.
And then Sheree thought she was coming back. So what Sheree did was put those, when they had a meeting, it was two other women I know. And one of the women was married to a very wealthy white man there. He ran her ass out of town. So she couldn't, she was trying to get on the show, but she couldn't get on the show. So they figured that, Candace would be there and go take it back to the Green Eye Bandits. This is true. This is not alleged.
Mm-hmm.
Then you remember Monique's ex-friend came out trying to put it out on the street.
Yeah.
And then, she got mad because Monique stopped talking to her. But, if you know that this girl and I are not talking, why are you over there hanging?
Right.
Yep, agree.
You hanging and you repeating what you hear.
So what happened to her friend, her so-called friend?
That bitch got shut down with some court papers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna tell you something. Potomac is small, but it's small, and everybody knows everybody's business.
Yeah.
And when you go down there, it's a big Nigerian, just everywhere. They're everywhere.
I believe it. I used to
Wow.
live. I graduated from high school in Montgomery County, Maryland. Gaithersburg is where I live. So, it was it was a lot of Africans there and a lot of money and drama. So I believe.
Wow.
See, what they think is the richest people live in Potomac. They don't. Those people ain't got no money compared to Prince George County.
Oh yeah.
None.
Now, where is Prince George County?
It's past Montgomery County.
Yes, basically right next to it. It's Prince George's is basically outside of DC, and then there's Montgomery County after Prince George's.
And Potomac is poor compared to Prince George. And Prince George, if you're wealthy, black, astronauts, and you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So when they said about Potomac, I don't even know why they call it Potomac, because Wendy lives in Finchburg, which is near Baltimore. I mean, it's a long way. It's an hour and a half from Potomac.
Mm-hmm.
So, and where she lives is not high class. It's not a high class place.
Oh, wow.
Her house was like 600. That's it.
Wow. And I was going to say, truly expensive homes are close to $1 million in that area. So,
right. What you talking about? Potomac? Potomac do have, but they have some nice houses. Yeah. But not as big as Prince George County.
Yeah, I agree.
The houses in Potomac look like a garage compared to Prince George County.
Oh, wow.
We got one house that's a block.
Wow.
And it's black. It's black rich people. They would never, those wives in Potomac would never really be on this show. They walking their babies with strollers while their husbands are FBI agents and stuff like that. It's very, I know they, like Karen, I think, Lord forgive me, has the smallest house in that neighborhood.
Well, it's just her and Ray.
But
I'm saying, I'm in the neighborhood.
Yeah, okay. I've never been to Washington or Potomac or Maryland.
Even though I live in Atlanta, my job, I manage a team in DC. So I have Alexandria, Arlington, all of Maryland, all of Baltimore, and I used to live in Maryland. So I love the area. I would love to move back, but of course my husband don't want to move. But it's money out there.
Love Ocean Prime. That is my favorite restaurant. When I came down one night and me and my husband went there for a friend of mine's funeral. And so every restaurant after we left the funeral, because, I wasn't going to eat over there, I didn't know anybody. So I went to the Four Seasons they told me I couldn't come in because I didn't have a reservation. I went to an Italian restaurant too, and that's where I saw the vice president. And I you couldn't get near her at all. But they wouldn't let me in. So I was like, Monique, I'm hungry. She said, go to Ocean Prime. They just let me right on in. After I had called a reservation and they told me they had a wear.
Wow.
You got to know.
They had one here in Atlanta, but it's permanently closed now. But I can go when I visit Dallas and when I visit the DC.
No, Ocean Prime is back open.
It's back open now. I thought it was closed.
Isn't it on that's where we went, right? For the birthday party? Oh no, I'm back. Oceanair.
So
yeah. I love it when I go to DC, and I like to go when it's cold. But one day I went and they told me it was going to be a big snowstorm coming. Girl, when I got up there to leave out of there, the snow started falling. It got thicker. I was trying to get out of here because I live 4 hours from there with 3.5.
Yeah.
But I like to travel. I would go anywhere. I'm coming back down there.
Well, I need to go because Marcella, I love you. when all this stuff went down, I was like, Marcella is that auntie, that cool auntie that has the tea. And I've always loved you from the very beginning.
Thank you.
Like I said, I've been a member of your group, and I hate to stand you right now. I feel like a big fan, but I've always loved Marcella. So
thank you very much.
Wait till you see her in person.
Yeah, I can't wait because you said she looks even younger in person. So I'm taking up my earrings. I'm gonna have to buy some shots for us when we go out.
Girl, I don't drink like that. Ask Sonny. I have one drink and I nurse it. Am I right, Sonny?
Right. She don't drink like that.
I'm really not a drinker.
She got a drink and didn't even finish that drink. Literally.
And I can believe that.
And then I went to the club and I got a drink. And the only reason I was drinking it after it was watered down because I was trying to dance the whole night.
Yep.
Well, a good
I'm
time.
a drinker. I don't care about admitting it. And if y'all don't like me on YouTube, don't subscribe because I drink.
But you say he want to hear about Marcella's ATL thought this weekend. Baby. Never
she was
that.
not a thought.
Never that.
And just like Blue Devil, babe, stands you as well. So yes, we were all.
But I got to run some traffic over here to your page because when I come on, I announce. So lunchtime tomorrow when I read my letter to Portia, and then I'm gonna I did relationship tonight, and then on Thursday I'm gonna read relationship. But I'm gonna make sure we come over. I gotta bring you on so they get to see your face. Long as you don't come with no damn avatar, you are welcome.
No, yes, and I with the whole candy shop thing, because I know Candy Washington, her show is the candy shop, and I love it. I love Candy.
No, her show is not the candy shop. She just calls her followers Candy Cane. Yeah. But she goes to Candy Washington.
What I love it though, I love her, but when that whole Avatar mess was going on, people tried to pit me against her, and so shout out to her because that is a beautiful young woman, and I like.
And she got a lot of lawyers behind her, honey. Yes. Remember when she was calling to say, "Come to me"?
Yes.
They had already. Now you see that person don't be saying Candy Washington's name at all. She took control.
Oh yes, but
she had the white people do it.
Yeah, shout out to her channel, the Candy Canes, and all of that. Because I was under the impression she was calling her show the Candy Shop, but my channel is the Candy Shop. But my name is Candice, and so both people can support both channels. People can support all of us.
Yeah,
Black YouTube, we deserve it. I feel like it's a long time coming because it was one point that I couldn't find all these Black content creators. So I love it. I watch you, Marcella. I be in the bushes a lot of times. I don't comment because I work a 9 to 5 and it's so hard for me to comment, but I'm always watching.
I do bring you up. When I shout out everybody, I bring up everybody that I watched that week or that night, and I would definitely have you up there. I mean, I'll holler out to them. I be saying, don't ask, don't tell. Don't tell me, tell the people.
Right. Everybody messes it up because somebody said, it's just so long. I said, well, y'all will get used to it. Just call me Sunny.
Mm.
I love it though. You guys are both beautiful women. I enjoy watching you both. It's a very good energy, and definitely make sure you guys subscribe to them as well, because I'm always watching y'all daily. So,
Y'all hit that like button.
Right.
Don't play.
Yeah.
We have fun. I love it when you come on to my show all the time too. We just did that one time. We had a good time. We just all need to get together.
Yes,
for real.
Yeah, we got to get together so I can show y'all the actual receipts of. I know all the churn name, where they at, everything.
Yes, we definitely need to do something together. So I'm gonna end it here because my little baby is coming here calling me.
Thank you.
Right, have a great night. Good night.
Bye. Love y'all. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. So this was good. Thank you all for joining me. Okay, my daughter has to go potty, so I'm gonna get off here. I'm trying to potty train her. But thank you for watching me. Make sure you subscribe to all of our channels because we're here. We want to bring you content. We like chopping it up. And yeah, this was great. I almost want to cry because it was so great. But thank you guys for watching. I love y'all as well. The subscribers, the Queen of Cheesecake, Michelle Jenkins, Keaton Anderson. Thank you. Blue Devil Babe. Thank you. Good night, everybody. I'm going to end it here. I'm going to put on my little outro and we are done. But I want to welcome everybody to my channel, The Candy Shop. I am so excited. The Candy Shop. So this is my